Hello, and welcome to Ad-lib Heroes. My name is Joey, and I was born at the beginning of time to bring you these stories, and you're finally ready. At our table today,
Hi, I'm TJ, and I play Kirith Odell.
I'm Riley, and I play Grimlock Seaspray.
I'm Bev, and I play Olivia Fortier.
now let's get back to the story. Previously on Ad-lib Heroes, Grimlock, Kirith, and Olivia set forth from the Court of Floating Lilies to retrieve the seed stolen by trolls. With Nalia, the court's minister of the arcane, they headed out into the orchards of Jenny Bagobones. She is the troll's master. After helping a flock of Kenkus get past Jenny Scarecrows, they headed deeper into the orchard. So you continue to walk, and if you remember, as you walk deeper into the orchard, the days keep going by very quickly overhead. Every time you walk 100 feet, you watch the sun go completely through the sky. In another 100 feet, you watch the moon go completely through the sky.
Is it completely based on position, like distance traveled, or if we stand and wait, will time?
Time does not move when you stand and wait, and if you walk backwards, the sun and the moon go the wrong way in the sky.
I kinda-
Nalia, I don't know if you have studied this or have any knowledge of this. Are we getting older as we walk closer?
You could be, you age very, very quickly.
But then if I walk backwards, would I be aging backwards?
Most likely, I would guess.
There seems to be some kind of rules, even though they don't make sense here.
I feel greatly uncomfortable. What if I'm an old lady by the time we get there?
You don't look much over 60 now.
Isn't 19 like middle-aged for you people anyway?
They die at 40?
I mean, some people do.
I mean, my parents did.
That's terrible.
I'm sorry.
Honestly, you age so quickly. Like naturally, I wouldn't burden yourself with that. Like it's gonna be over before you know it. Anyways,
Should we
You've gotta
carry her so she doesn't die on the way through the
You
orchard?
gotta seize the time you have, really.
Oh, okay. This is getting real personal.
While we have this conversation, can we take a short rest?
You can, yeah.
Are you hurted?
I got roughed up by some sickles, yes.
Before the short rest ends, is anyone on watch?
Will that affect recovery?
Not really. You can still rest and keep an eye out.
Yeah, I mean, like, Kirith's paranoid, and especially here, he probably wouldn't risk not being on watch.
So roll me a perception check before the short rest ends.
Okay. 14.
14. In the distance, you see something moving between the trees. It whips up a bunch of the dead leaves on the ground and moves them upward. Just a quick burst of something like a gust of wind moving between tree trunks.
And, like whips them upward as if it ran through them kind of
Yes.
thing? Okay. Not like an anime leap into the sky that all of the leaves then followed?
No. More like someone invisible Naruto ran by.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna keep an eye in that direction and keep my ears peeled, I guess. But
So as you're looking, there is a small face, probably about 2 feet off the ground, that peers around the tree. It has spiky white hair and blue features, very, again, thin and elven, narrow nose, pointed ears, pointed chin,
blue skin.
and blue skin, and it's looking at you.
No. No, yeah.
So she comes over. Yep.
I just point at it.
It's not there anymore.
Great. Some kind of fae, looked like a child version of your boss. Like, I don't know, this tall, blue skin, white hair.
Oh, okay. I hope he doesn't have children.
I don't know. I don't know what he is. I don't know what that was.
Everyone draw an initiative card.
Heck.
It happened so fast.
Mm-hmm.
Did we finish our rest?
No.
Hey everybody, Cherry Boots here. Remember to rate and subscribe to this podcast so more people can find Ad-lib heroes. Or maybe Reginald and I will find you.
This is Grimlock Sea Spray. Joey's novel True Son of the Empire is on Amazon as a softcover or ebook.
All right, so, Kirith, you see another one of these things. This one with slightly longer hair. It's still got spikes on the top, but it's got the back of its mullet in a long ponytail. Yeah. It comes from a different tree, and it starts charging towards you. However, they have very, very poor initiative. So you see them coming before they get to you.
And clearly, like, aggressive, like...
It does not have any weapons out. It is barehanded, and again, they are the size of gnomes. But it is running towards you at full speed. You would estimate that its movement speed is about 120 feet per round.
So it's going to get to me.
Yes.
Okay. And how far away is it?
It is about 180 feet away.
Are they coming from the same direction?
This one is coming at about a 45-degree angle to where the other one was.
Okay. I'm going to wild shape into spider form and dodge.
All right.
Or Nalia was right next to me. I'm
Yeah.
going to move up in front of her about 10 feet between. So you said it was a 45-degree angle, so I'm kind of between her and both of them.
Yeah.
And take the dodge action. Yeah.
Okay. Next is Olivia. So Kirith came and grabbed Nalia for something, and now they look like they're ready to fight. And then you see two of these things starting to charge towards you guys.
Okay, I'll come stand beside Nalia,
Mm-hmm.
and I'll pull out my crossbow and aim it, but they're still beyond my range. So I'd like to hold my action to fire when they're within 80 feet. And
Okay.
I'll pick the one that's coming from the 45 degree.
The one with the mullet.
The one with the mullet.
Okay. All right. So Nalia holds a hand in front of her and draws a symbol in the air that you can see of glimmering silver. And there's a slight shiny barrier in front of her that she's holding in place with her fingers in front of her.
Oh, cool.
Okay. And then Grimlock.
I'll probably move over to Olivia because it seems like we have like a one pocket going on, kind of making two pockets.
So
And
like, you're on the other side of Nalia, or you're having Olivia between you and Nalia?
the second one, having Olivia between me and Nalia.
Okay.
So
Yeah.
yeah, it's Kira's in front of us. Nalia is kind of back and closer to the original one. Grimlock and I are facing the one that's coming in from the 45-degree angle. But we're
Oh.
all really clumped. We're like
Yeah.
within 5 feet of
Right.
each other. You're 10 feet in front of us, but we're like a little
yeah,
bit
you got, yeah. It, like, they would be pointing a V. I'm still between Nalia and both of them. Yeah.
And can I
We're all to the one side.
Yeah.
can I ready and attack for if one comes within range?
Yes.
Cool. Thanks.
Okay. So you watch them now charge forward. They are making a beeline towards you. The one you were aiming at gets within 180 feet.
What does a D20 look like?
80 feet?
Gets within 80 feet, yeah.
80 feet for my crossbow. 24.
That will hit.
Yay. 1, 2, 8. 4, 6 damage.
Okay. So it screams with pain as the arrow chunks in its shoulder, and it turns 90 degrees and starts running away from you guys. The other one runs up to about 60 feet, and you hear laughing from behind you, and there's a female one of these. Again, her hair is longer, but it spikes in a very like 80s fluffy, spiky hair metal sort of way. As she has circled behind, they are 60 feet away from you at the end of their turns.
So there's 3 of them.
There's 3 of them, but one of them is running away. Now it is Kirith's turn.
I'm going to try to web one of them.
Okay.
They are 60 feet away.
You do roll with disadvantage when attacking these things because of their exceptional speed.
I already have disadvantage because they're at the limit of my long range.
Okay.
Can't do it twice.
Don't
I
tempt.
roll with disadvantage?
Yes, sorry.
I still have 18 to hit.
Yeah, you still would have hit.
11.
11 is not enough.
Disadvantage.
So you spray some web on the ground in front of it.
Mm-hmm.
All right, next is Olivia.
I realize I shot first and did not ask questions, which is not usually my MO.
Kirith is rubbing off on you.
I will reload my crossbow and use the free action. I'll turn around to the girl one that's laughing,
Mm-hmm.
and I'll say, "Are you a friend of Jenny?"
All right, so yeah, you ask her that, and she just keeps laughing.
Ooh, a creepy one.
Mm-hmm.
I will say, "You got this, buddy boy. You can beat up any kid." And I will give a bardic inspiration to Grimlock.
All right.
And
Beat up any kid. That's permission.
I can still hold my action if the laughing one gets closer to shoot at her, like be aiming at her.
Yes, so what range do you want to shoot at her? How close did she get?
If she gets within 30 feet.
All right. So Nalia looks at you aiming but not firing and redraws the symbol in the air and holds it to keep forces at bay from her. And then it is Grimlock.
Yeah, they haven't actually harmed us in any way.
They have
yet.
not harmed you.
I'm just going to keep hanging out. Just kind of bobbing and weaving around, like making sure that I'm fluid and ready to go.
Sure. So you're taking the dodge action.
I can't take the dodge action and ready an attack, can I?
Not unless you spend a key point to take the dodge action as a bonus action.
Okay. I will do that, actually.
All right. So then they start charging forward. So she gets within 30 feet and you're attacking with disadvantage.
Well, that is a critical fail, so I don't think I will do worse than that.
'Kay.
Do
So you go to fire and the string of your crossbow breaks. So you'll need a minute to fix that.
this is garbage. Can I drop it as a free action?
Yes, on your turn.
Aw, man. Yeah, okay.
She runs right at you with a mean look in her eye. And she,
With Grimlock right next to her.
with Grimlock right next to her. So Grimlock, you can take your attack on the laughing girl.
'Kay.
It is with disadvantage because of the speed she moves.
And you have Bardic Inspiration.
Cool. Which is a D8 now?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. And I can't choose to add it. Can I choose to add it after I've rolled?
You can, but before I tell you if you've hit or miss.
Oh, okay, cool. Yeah, I'd like to use it. So it's a 20.
20, that'll hit.
Cool.
Roll your damage.
What?
You
have
use the lower of the two
disadvantage.
dice.
So 9, 14
the
plus
lower.
6. Right. Oh, thank you.
I was like, holy shit. You have a plus 14 to hit?
So 14 total.
14. So you just about hit her and she dodges under.
Sorry.
All right.
She runs up Olivia's knee.
That's not good.
She has a 15 to hit,
Oh yeah, that hit.
and she pulls out a piece of Olivia's hair and runs 60 feet away.
No.
And the other one comes for Kirith
What's up?
and tries to pull a little bit of this spidery hair from your carapace. And he has a critical failure, so you can take an attack of opportunity if you like.
I'm gonna bite the shit out of him.
Okay.
Still with disadvantage.
Yes.
Okay. No, I'm gonna bite nothing.
Okay.
Do I also get an attack of opportunity for her leaving?
No, because you only get one reaction, and your prepared action to strike is.
Gotcha. Thank you.
So yeah, he misses Kirith, but still runs 60 feet away at a right angle. So the girl is now in the same direction the other one was coming. The one that got hit with an arrow with a mullet has just left, and the one you originally saw with spiky hair is 60 feet off to one side.
Okay. Is that to me?
It's to you, Kirith.
Okay. He didn't manage to get anything, and that one getting some of Olivia's hair freaks me out. So, do I have my web back? I do. At disadvantage, web the girl running away with Olivia's hair,
All right.
and gonna keep rolling sixes. So no.
All right. Then it's Olivia's turn.
I don't know if all fey creatures are immune to sleep or not, but I'm going to try to cast the spell Sleep on. It's a 20-foot radius with a range of 90 feet.
Okay.
So throw it in front of her, or just so that it's not including us in
Right.
possible.
Okay. So what does it look like when you cast sleep?
So I'll pull out, I drop my broken crossbow and I pull out my pamphlets and I again begin kind of a soft lullaby, and the smoke, a soft lavender, comes pouring out of the panpipes, floats and begins to make a fog in a 20-foot area that includes the girl who has my hair.
Okay. Roll the 5d8.
So that's 9 plus 13 is 22 plus 4 is 26.
All right, so she falls asleep. So Nalia also doesn't react well to that one stealing your hair and the one that tried to steal some of Kirith's spider fur. So she turns to the spiky-haired one and unleashes a little firebolt at it. And with disadvantage, she has 9 plus 4, 13. So she does not hit. The firebolt goes wide. So Kirith, it's your turn. One of them is sleeping.
Grimlock.
Or sorry, Grimlock. So the girl is sleeping, and the boy is 60 feet away, and he is turning around. So he is putting one hand down and letting his feet skid. So he's spinning stop. So he's looking the other way and about to take off, and his sprinters run back towards you guys.
I'm gonna run at him, actually.
Okay. So what's your movement speed?
So 35, so I'm going to run Step of the Wind.
Okay.
So 70 feet.
All right. So yeah, you get right up to him.
Okay. And yeah, I'm just gonna I'm going to take a swing at him with the quarterstaff.
All right.
Ooh. Does he have?
It's still with disadvantage.
Okay, so not a 20. Ugh. So 10.
10. So he jumps over the quarterstaff with a handspring.
And So
You have
first
a-
time using.
You have extra attack, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you attack twice as an action. So
Oh, okay, cool.
you get to roll a second attack roll.
Okay. Can I make the second attack roll like a grapple?
Yep.
Okay.
So then it becomes contested athletics versus his contested acrobatics.
Cool.
He has a 12.
Ooh. Hold on here. So 21.
21. So yeah, you.
Oh, I love that. You take the swing and he leaps and it's like can't dodge in midair. Like,
So yeah,
reach out and grab his throat.
yeah.
Just scruff him.
So you still have a bonus action left if you want to do
No,
anything
he's step of the wind.
Oh,
to,
yeah.
to dash as a bonus.
to dash. Okay. So he reaches out and tries to grab a piece of your beard. He has a. Sorry, just looking at this. A 17 to do that.
Hits.
So he grabs and yanks a little piece of your beard out and puts it in his mouth and swallows it.
Ugh. I need that.
And she is asleep. So now it is your turn, Kirith.
Glancing around very quickly, it seems like she's actually asleep. Not gonna take too long to try to investigate that, and I will. I will move and then dash, so I'm only 10 feet from Grimlock.
Okay. Your movement speed isn't 60?
Nah,
Or sorry, 30? Because Grimlock
It's-
had 70 feet of movement, but he only needed 60.
60.
to get
Oh, yeah, okay, so I guess I am right there. Actually. Is my web back? It's not.
Okay.
Yeah, so I'll dash, so I am right there.
Okay. Olivia, it's your turn.
So I started a counter using a D10 for the girl. So now, basically in 10 rounds, she'll be awake. 'Cause
Right.
The duration is 1 minute.
Right.
Could make the guy fall asleep, but the problem is with all of you around him, it depends on who. Depends on all your health.
Yeah, because it takes whoever has the lowest hit points first.
I'm immune.
Oh yeah, and also you're a spider, so you have full hit points again. Yeah, I'll throw it over there in that group of people. And I've been
Quick
casting-
question. Is sleep a concentration spell?
It is not.
Okay.
I checked that. It would be right here under like BS and M.
Yeah,
It would say
usually.
con.
Yeah.
Yeah, doesn't seem. Let me look at my other spells to see. I know there are some that are. Yeah, it doesn't have the little. C.
It would be in the duration.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yes. So, sorry, I haven't had anyone use sleep in a long time, and it is such a good spell because
It is.
there's no savings throws. So, especially against littler monsters.
So, because they're not 90 feet away from me, are they? I could stay.
They're 60 feet away.
Yeah, so
Like
Yes.
65 or something, because you were.
Mhm.
But
I'll just again turn my focus, and the smoke stops heading towards the girl who's already asleep, and now heads on forward to the group of guys. I'm hoping that it'll mostly hit him, but who knows? I'll roll my. And I've only been casting this at first level.
Yes.
Um,
So it's 5d8 worth of hit points you put to sleep.
11 plus 10 is 21, plus 5 is 26.
Grimlock, what is your current hit point total?
Total? 46.
Okay, so the creature,
like not max. Like
not max.
how much do you have
39.
currently?
Oh, 39.
39. Okay, the thing in your hands falls asleep. The little blue man.
Good job, Olivia.
Mm.
Lullaby. We have to do something quick though. I will set another timer for that dude.
So what is your plan now that they're both asleep?
Shall we tie them up?
I'm gonna shapeshift back, and I know witchcraft. I know exactly what something can do with a personal effect of yours. I'm gutting him and taking Grimlock's hair back.
So he is pulling out a blade to cut this little man open, Grimlock, that's in your hands asleep.
Well, come on, man. Like, we got him.
And do you know what Jenny Bag of Bones could do with your hair?
You know that I don't know that.
I'm guessing you don't because you want to keep him alive. You don't want your hair back from him.
Like, do you have like your hands are like pretty slender. You could like reach in, maybe.
I just glare at you. If you want to tie him up, it's your funeral.
Oh, like you're sure?
I don't know that they work for Jenny Bag of Bones, but I don't trust the Fae.
But like you know that they're doing that for a reason. They're not just weird.
I hold up the totem of animal furs and teeth I have. How do you think I use my magic? I know exactly how hags work.
Yeah, good. I'll take your word for it. I'll just like hand it to you.
All right. I lay him down on the ground. It's like, you can go back to the others if you don't want to be around for this.
I'm gonna like go and scruff the other one that's sleeping on the ground.
Okay.
Well, I assume while you guys are arguing, I've gone over there. I pull my hair out of her
Hand.
mitt,
Yeah.
and But yeah, if you are coming over, I'll be like, "Are you good with rope? Can you?" I just kind of like sit her up while she's sleeping and like put her little hands behind her back.
I mean, I'm good with trunk. We could close the door.
Put it in your trunk
Yeah.
and just lock it.
You could do that.
Yeah.
We own manacles.
That's true. They're not gonna.
Do you
fit,
own
though.
manacles for a medium-sized creature?
Put it on her waist.
Yeah. Her body with her arms stuck to her sides.
Okay.
Will it fit like that?
You said she was really slender.
Like using a carabiner to like attach a water bottle to a backpack.
I click that around and then I'm like, "Look, Grimlock, there's one for the oh god."
So, Kirith, it matters on how much damage you do here. So first you need to make an attack roll with advantage to attack an incapacitated foe. Mm-hmm. I assume you're two-handing this.
I sure am. Actually, I shapeshift back. I'm doing this as a spider.
Okay.
Oh my god. I miss.
That's good, actually, right?
It isn't a critical failure, right?
It is not a critical failure.
Which means he doesn't take damage, so he doesn't wake up.
You like
Just bite the ground. Shit. That's embarrassing. I'm glad I told Grimlock to leave.
Actually, you guys all turn just in time because it's a critical failure to watch him eat a mouthful of
It is-
dirt.
it's not a critical failure.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah.
They don't see it because it wasn't a critical failure.
So I don't have to be embarrassed.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know. I would assume it was some hag magic stuff
Yeah.
that he's doing, like a spell.
Grimlock kind of gave me the bleeding heart routine. I'm
Yeah.
gonna roll him up in webbing.
Okay.
So I turn around and I'm like, oh my god. And Grimlock's, Grimlock's facing me and is like, I know. And I'm like, yeah, it's gross when he like uses his web all like gross and like
It's like watching someone eat spaghetti in reverse.
wow.
So yeah, you've got one of them. Basically, I assume you're leaving the head out of the cocoon you build to
Yeah.
hang him up.
Yep.
Spider-Man styles.
I guess we could just do like her around her shoulders and then down by her like legs and
Yeah.
waist to make her like a little purse.
Yep.
If you tie them together, they could be bolas.
And bring it over and like change back.
Yeah.
He's all packed up. How nice.
So I assume you want to question them.
I mean, if they'll talk, they'll wake up right away here.
Yeah. So you wait a few minutes and they start to come to. She wakes up first.
Hello.
Hi.
Are you working for Jenny?
No.
Are you lying?
Do I
to
need an
me?
insight check on that?
Roll an insight check.
I'm gonna straight up ask, are you lying to me?
No.
I got a 17.
Yeah, she's lying. She works for Jenny.
Do you want our hair so that Jenny can cast spells on us?
You know a lot about magic.
Okay.
What was Jenny gonna give you for doing that?
Jenny was going to give us 3 pieces of saltwater taffy for every person's hair we brought her.
We have more. We could give you more than that.
Give it to me.
But you promise you won't. You won't just take my hair and then also. You know what? You're staying as a purse for now.
I don't like it.
I assume that's not. What I,
The other one wakes up. Hey, what are you guys doing? I'm stuck. Somebody help me.
If you
Mudstorm, help me. Shut up. I'll sell you his hair too for 3 pieces of saltwater taffy.
I don't need hair.
How about you, Mr. Witch?
I'm thinking about it.
You could cast terrible spells on Shinny Flip. Hey, shut up. You shut up. I'm selling your hair.
Can you get Jenny's hair?
Yeah, but that'll cost more than 3 pieces of saltwater taffy.
Just saying.
Yeah.
Didn't you bring like 4 pounds of saltwater taffy?
Yeah?
How many pieces are in?
Guys, I don't actually know any spells that will use their hair.
Yeah.
I just know that I will be able to eventually.
I don't have any use for her hair. I don't know any. I'm mostly an evoker. I don't do a lot of sympathetic magic like enchantments or divination.
I mean, my concern is I'm not actually concerned about these things, but I also don't want them just going back to jail.
So, here's what I'd do. Offer them something they really want for something in the other direction.
Let's tell them to go to the Court of Floating Lilies and go tell the boss there what they know about Jenny, and we'll give them 5 pieces of saltwater taffy or something.
That might be good. Would they get attacked if they go into the Court of Floating Lilies?
Not if they don't hurt anybody. I mean, they don't seem overly violent.
That's true.
Make sure you tell them they're not allowed to gather hair while they're there.
So you head back over to where they are.
Yeah. Okay. We have a really important mission, more important than gathering hair.
What's the mission? Yeah, tell us the mission.
The mission is to go to the Court of Floating Lilies.
Yeah.
And then I want you to tell the Archduke Micus
Yeah.
everything you know about Jenny Vagabonds.
Okay, but that'll cost a lot. Yeah, a lot.
Okay. I'll turn around and I still have like 2 full-size chocolate bars, right?
Yeah.
And then a full-size chocolate bar, and then I turn to Nally and I'm like, can I have 20 pieces of saltwater taffy?
2 ounces? Yeah.
Okay. And I turn back and I say, how about all of this?
Yeah, we'll do it. The one that's webbed up goes, give us half now. Yeah, half now. We want half now.
This is half.
That's half?
That's half. So
Yeah, we'll do it.
And you'll have
Yeah,
to.
we're on your side. Yeah, we believe in you forever.
The other part of this deal is you will have to stay there and wait for us to return to give you the rest.
Okay.
And don't take anyone's hair on the way.
Yeah, we won't. Yeah, we'd never.
Are they lying to me?
Yes.
But you have to wait there, or else you won't get
Any. I'll take it back.
Okay, it's a deal. Yeah, let me down.
Okay, question.
Yeah,
Who was your other friend who I shot?
Speedy Grass. Yeah, he's a wimp. Yeah, he's probably gonna go pull that arrow out and cry. Yeah, he's a crier.
Why don't you gather him up too, and you can all go.
Hold on. One of these guys still has some of our hair, and I don't believe that they're not gonna go right back to Jenny.
So the girl says, I could get it back for you for 1 piece of saltwater taffy.
I look at the guy webbed up. Are you gonna let her do that?
I can't stop her, he says.
Can you throw up?
I'm gonna put my hand down his throat.
I mean, that's more peaceful than my solution.
That's how we give the hair back to Jenny.
Wait, I have an idea. Can I make like a medicine check to know how well they handle things that aren't like sugar?
Yes.
You should do a medicine check to Heimlich him with you're a monk, right? Just
That's
punch
a
him in
great
the solar
point, actually.
plexus.
Yep, either one of those will work if you want to do it herbalistically or if you want to just punch him in the stomach so he throws up.
Concussive medicine.
So Thematic wizard.
Concussive cleric.
Which would you like to try first?
I feel like one would make the other easy, so I'm gonna like. I want to know if it would be. If eating a potato would like make him throw up simply because it's not sweet
Sure.
enough.
I have some stuff that makes everybody throw up.
Oh,
A bunch of dried tobacco.
that's a good point. Bobby Hill his ass.
But do the medicine check, see if that'll make him throw up if I force feed him tobacco.
All right, so it's a 18.
18? Yeah, you could probably feed him a fair bit of salt, and that would probably do it. Or if you blew enough smoke in his face, that would probably do it.
We're gonna take a short rest
Yeah.
anyways.
It's for the common good.
Stop it! I hate it! Let my hands go! Oh, God! The girl is sitting there laughing. Do it again! Do it again!
I pull out my fake cigarettes, and even she can't move her hands, and I like put one to her mouth.
These are good. Why is he crying?
Pull out a licorice cigar.
Yeah.
War as heck.
Yeah, do our short rest while smoking in this guy's face, I guess.
He eventually
I'm
throws
a
up
jerk.
the beard hairs. Except he's still upside down, so it is terrible. And
Oh,
she
God.
thinks it's hilarious.
I help clean him up, and then
I don't know how
So
I feel.
as
I
you-
feel
as
worse
you
about
start
this
to
than
get
I'm
over
killing
there-
him.
Nally comes and she says, let me. And she draws a couple symbols in the air with her silver wand, and then he's just clean. Just
Ooh, I'm interested in those runes. Maybe you could show them to me.
yeah,
Another time.
it's so they're very versatile. They do a whole bunch of stuff, but they are so good for cleaning.
Yeah, that sounds really, really cool. Then I guess I'll like not have him upside down, and I will also give him a candy cigarette. Here you go.
He won't touch it. No, I hate those. Just starts spitting like crazy.
Yeah, okay.
Stay away from me.
Okay, well,
I'll take it, says the girl.
okay, I give it to her, and then.
I'm cool, she says as she's got a cigarette
Oh
in
my
each
God.
hand.
Do you still have the rock candy? Could we give him?
I'm like a camel.
Yeah, I think he
Oh
deserves
my
it at
God.
this point.
We give him a. This is a rock, but it's a special rock from the material plane.
Oh, what's special about it?
I put it in the guy who put it in his mouth. The guy who.
So he gets it in his mouth and he's. Are all rocks in the material plane like that?
100%.
We need to go to the material plane. Yeah, let's go there. Yeah.
First, where are you going? What are you doing?
We're gonna go tell the Archduke Mikas everything we know about Jen. Yeah, Jenny Bagabones. Yeah, and then you're gonna give us more candy. Yeah, more candy.
Insight,
Roll it.
16.
They want that candy.
Sweet.
Yep.
I take out my knife and I start cutting away
Okay.
at the webs. And
I'll unlock the manacles.
Okay, so they bow to you and Shinny Flip and Mudstorm at your service.
Thank you, Shitty Flip. Thank you, Mudstorm. We will see you at the Court of Floating Lilies.
Yeah, see you there. And they run off.
Hey, this is Kareth from Ad-lib Heroes, and if you like Dungeons & Dragons and heavy metal, be sure to follow the contributing artists who wrote our intro and outro, Balragath, on all of their social media and their Bandcamp.
This is Grimlock Sea Spray, and my sensei always said to follow us on social media. You can find us on Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook at Ad-lib Heroes. Do I get inspiration for that?
See, Nalia, these are the great heroes that your magic brought here.
I mean, you didn't hurt anyone you didn't have to hurt.
I mean, I did shoot a guy who's a crier. I do feel bad about it.
Maybe he just like announces people. It could be fine.
Oh, yeah, like a town crier.
so we do get the short rest after that?
Yes, then you do.
Can you like dispose of this hair in some way? Like
Sure.
Burn
I
it.
tuck it into my totem.
oh God.
It's safer with me than anywhere else.
Yeah, true.
I'm not gonna mess with you. Come on.
You know.
People will think it's just a badger's hair, says now.
That's a good
I mean,
point.
worst case scenario, if someone mind controls you, I can do it right back.
Well, I was thinking if I was like unconscious, you could like puppet me around and beat people up like that. That'd be kind of cool.
I don't
like
know that spell.
You should learn that spell.
Yeah.
Yeah, that sounds great. I
That's
don't
a good spell.
Oh, I'll teach
sort
it
of
to you
like
sometime.
animate dead.
I guess. Would it be and she starts like going through, would that be necromantic or enchantment or?
I don't know. It would be like, what's telekinesis? Is that abjuration? If I'm just like physically
I mean,
controlling his limbs.
It tends to be evocation because you're summoning a force and then exerting it. So
So maybe it would be closer to. I don't know.
yeah.
I'll play Song of Rest while we rest.
That's an extra d6. Heck yeah, full HP.
I believe I get Bardic Inspiration after.
And I get my wild shapes back. Nalia, do you know what those were?
I think they were probably quicklings.
I don't know why I asked for a name. I don't know what that is either.
They're a really fast type of sprite.
Yep. Tracks. That tracks.
Yeah, I mean, I'd never seen a quickling before, so that's why I'm guessing.
Have you just done? You've done a lot of reading in your life
Yeah,
up to this point, correct?
yeah. This is the first time I've ever like gone out in the field.
She did tell us that.
You're doing great though.
Thanks. Yeah, statistically, she is similar to a level 1 wizard with you guys, so.
Cool.
Which, yeah, game mechanics wise, I mean,
Yeah.
you guys are seeing that it's not that she's not competent, but she isn't up to what you guys can do.
Yeah. Guess we.
Okay.
Did the Kenku just kind of watch this happen, or are they still gathering?
They didn't leave the edge of the orchard.
Okay. Well,
It's fine.
that's fine. We'll
Okay.
keep heading.
So, as you continue onward, you walk for about another hour and a half, and the cycle starts to get slower and slower. So the sun is up longer and the moon is up longer. Eventually, you reach a point where the trees start to get very, very tall. They start to get so big that two of you together couldn't fit your arms around them. And then up ahead, when the sun is sitting kind of at mid-morning, there is a fence about 25 feet tall, and it's covered by some kind of green slime that oozes down it. The fence, I'm calling it a fence, but it's made of like stone put together, rough, random pieces of stone that are then held in place by mortar and then covered by this greenish slime.
Can I give it a little check?
Yep.
Okay. Ugh, this will be. So 11.
11. So it is like human peasant stonework kind of quality, nothing that impresses you. But what you notice that with that slime, the grass right at the base of the fence is not growing. It's killed all the grass that has actually come in contact with the slime.
Is it covering the entire wall, or is it kind of like patchwork?
The wall is coated in it.
Is it an Arcana or a Nature?
You can roll an Arcana check.
I'm bad at both of those things.
21.
So there, it is some kind of paste containing necrotic energy. So it sucks life out of anything that touches the wall.
Yeah, no, that's a no fence. Yeah, I tell you guys, it's necrotic in nature.
Embarrassingly, I don't have an axe in the trunk. Does anyone have like some way to fell a tree maybe? And just use it to walk over?
There's no gate?
So You can walk along the fence. It's hard to see too far, but you could walk around to see if
Remember-
there's a way through.
The trees are also huge. Like,
Mm.
we can't fit two of us around it, right?
Yeah, true. It'd take a long
It would
time.
take
Or
days.
we'd have to go back quite a ways to get a smaller tree and then carry it through. So
Yeah.
Wait, how high is the fence?
25 feet.
You might be able to jump that with Step of the Wind. Is that what you're getting at?
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
Because otherwise we could just try to sneak around.
If nothing else, like, maybe we'll find the end of it. Maybe we'll find something. Well, we're
And Nolly says, so if we have an hour and you know a dwarf that might be sleeping near an axe that's related to you, I could pull it through from the prime material plane.
That would still leave us with hours and hours of trying to chop down a tree.
Yeah.
that's true.
So it depends on what time it is in the material plane. We could also try to like steal a ladder from someone.
Well, what about like how terrible is the wall? Like you said, it was pretty bad, right? I have a portable ram. Could we try to knock it over, or would that be too close to the slime?
It would. So if you think like there's a paste of goo on the wall, every time you hit it with a ram, there's a chance that someone
would
splash
splatter.
back on you.
Disgusting. Let's avoid that.
Can I say that during the long rest, do I have to be playing the whole time or during the short rest, do I have to be playing the whole time for Song of Rest, or could I also spend a minute to fix my crossbow?
You could do both, yeah, easily.
Or while we're talking now, I'm
Yeah.
fixing my crossbow.
Basically, when I say your string breaks, it means the bow's not usable for the rest of that combat.
Unless you wanted to sit there for 10 rounds.
So, really, not usable for the rest of that combat.
Okay, and stone and earth have always been considered different things in D&D.
Do you have something that could get us under it?
I mean, most spells that affect earth also affect stone. It's just the volume tends to be different.
You choose a portion of dirt or stone that you can see within a range and that fits within a 5-foot cube. You manipulate it in one of the following ways. The target area of loose earth you can instantaneously excavate. You cause shapes, colors, or I don't care about that. If the dirt or stone you target is on the ground, you can choose it to become difficult terrain. Okay. I can excavate loose earth.
Like the ground underneath the wall?
Is it loose?
Yes.
That's a cantrip.
We tunneling?
So what does it look like when you cast this spell?
So the range is 30 feet, so I stay back from the wall just in case any of that like splatters.
Yeah.
And
Are you gonna wreck shit for Jenny Vagabones? Are you just gonna...
this might make the wall collapse. I don't know. I don't know anything about masonry. Where should I hit this so the wall doesn't fall on us? Grimlock.
Could you dig under the wall?
That's the plan.
25 feet
That's the
and drop the wall, and then we just walk over.
I mean, dropping the wall means that slime could splatter huge range.
I'm thinking Minecraft. Yes, square.
I'd rather make the tunnel so that we don't
Yeah.
drop the wall.
Can I make the distinction, or should I roll? How does?
It's most places, if he digs under the wall, if he's doing a 5-foot tunnel under a wall that goes as far as you can see in either direction, it probably won't collapse inward.
Okay, I'll try to find like something that looks vague, a formation that looks vaguely like an arch. Like
Yeah.
right there.
Okay.
So it is just somatic components. So I just make make a circle in the air and like draw a rune in in the air, and with my left hand, and that brown energy starts to swirl off of the totem and fly 30 feet towards the wall, and then dive into the ground, and immediately pulls up a 5-foot perfectly shorn cube of dirt. Instantly excavate it, move it along the ground, and deposit it up to 5 feet away, and just like lifts it up and drops it 5 feet away. And I do that again and do this about like 6 times until.
I mean, that's a much longer tunnel than you need. Like,
Well, I figure,
He wants to go down.
yeah, 5 feet down,
Yeah.
and then I don't want the wall to be at my head, so
Yeah.
so 10 feet down.
you dig more than just a basic functional tunnel. You've got like,
Yeah,
yeah, you basically dig a trench you can pass under the wall
Yeah.
through.
It's a good idea.
and then,
So yeah, that basically, because that'd take 6 castings of it, so half a minute later you've got a tunnel.
and before I get about like halfway through, and then I take the rope out of my pack and pass it to Grimlock and like tie it around a tree, get it down into the tunnel. It's only a 10-foot drop. I still don't want anyone to roll their ankle or something. And like kind of glance at Nalia.
Yeah, thank you. That's a great idea. You never know what could happen.
To a low-level wizard.
Put some knots in that so it's easier to climb.
Yeah, good idea. You know, like my hands they get like rope burn really easy.
It's been on my stuff. It's all greasy.
Oh, no. Good point. And
She seems completely oblivious.
then like on the other side of the tunnel, just like jump out.
All right. Yeah.
So yeah, you go through Kirith's tunnel, and that is a much easier challenge than I thought it was going to be. So
Mold Earth is dope. Dope now. It used to be real bad.
yeah. Well, and again, I can see why, like in a lot of dungeons, that won't solve the problem. But for an overland adventure, when you reach the other side of the wall, the sun stops doing the weird thing it was doing, and it stays where it should be in the sky. The trees on the other side are very big, and there's lots of places where there are really rickety ladders. Like, think like someone has lashed together sticks and twigs, and it doesn't look like it would hold any of your weights.
Okay.
As you head in a little further, there is a winding, twisting cobblestone pathway heading deeper into the orchard.
Should we try to be stealthy?
Yeah, probably. I got one more of these today. Pass without trace.
Okay.
So again, I pull out the handful of ashes of burned mistletoe and begin casting, chanting, like paint the like camouflage marks on my cheeks, and they float along with the brown mystical energy and like cover the other people's exposed skin. Our clothes become or start to look more like bark and camouflagey, and that's my last 2nd level spell today.
All right. So you begin to sneak inwards.
Should I could cast invisibility at 3rd level and get myself and Nalia. Or myself and one other person.
You could also save that as like an emergency. Like you can get away and get to hiding from that.
Okay. I will just try to sneak then with the rest of the group.
Okay. So you guys sneak through the orchard, staying along the path but not on it, like moving through the trees, because again, it's a well-kept orchard in here. The path shows you where someone's intended to go, but it is just as easy to walk beside. So I assume you guys are running from like tree to tree. Eventually, there is a fork in the road. One direction down the fork, you can see that it leads to an area where the trees are cleared, and there is this mound of craggy earth that has overhang. So it's almost like not a mushroom of earth, but there's a bit of a plateau that hangs over, and there are caves at the base of that plateau. The other direction leads towards a hilltop that has a very quaint little cottage up there. Which direction
Now
would
I'm-
you guys like to go?
Pretty sure I know which one's the trolls, but I'm still gonna check for tracks.
Okay.
Assumptions get you dead. 12.
12. There are some big tracks heading towards that earthy mound. Big clawed feet.
Okay. Shall we?
Yeah, we're supposed to go get some seeds.
Now would be a good time to apply that fireball, if you haven't.
Yeah, I'll pull out my rapier, and I was gonna put it on arrows, but I honestly think it's better used on my rapier.
Fair.
Would these selves still be on my hands? I haven't like
You haven't
flame
lit it,
on.
so yeah, it's still there.
Okay, cool.
Rub it on your hands and then punch your own fist. Is that
Yeah.
the... Yeah. Dope. Yeah, I'll apply it to my long sword.
Okay. So you apply the flame oil, but you aren't turning it on because it only lasts a minute after you apply it.
Mm-hmm.
And then you start heading towards the hill. So it is a big pillar of earth that has a bunch of one side carved out. There is a dark cave heading down into the earth, and a bunch of the trees nearby have been knocked over. There is a bonfire under the overhang that is not currently lit.
There's a... Sorry?
A bonfire set up under the overhang, like a bunch of wood is stacked to be
Okay.
lit on fire, but it is not currently burning.
I'm gonna try to sneak to within 30 feet of that bonfire.
Okay. Roll me a stealth check.
Plus 10 from Pass Without Trace. 25.
25. So you sneak up to the bonfire. Down in the dark part of the cave, there is a large, gangly figure covered with shaggy green hair. And it is sitting there picking at its teeth with a ragged bit of bone. Again, it has a huge jagged maw, and it's pulling some kind of meat out from between its teeth. Little beady yellow eyes kind of staring upward as it works. Behind it, there is a roughly built chest that it is leaning back against.
So another cantrip I have, Druidcraft, lets me instantly light or snuff out a candle, a torch, or a small campfire.
Okay.
And I kind of look back and just like give the thumbs up, like, are we ready to go? It's like
I'll
do
try
big
to-
fang hand symbols, and, like try to...
I'll try to sneak so that I can be close to where it's gonna come out and attack. Like, Kareth is right in front of it, basically at the bonfire. I want to be off to its left-hand side.
Okay, so roll me your stealth check.
Um, 24, 34.
34. All right.
Wow.
And where would you like to be, Grimlock?
After everyone else has gotten into position, I'm gonna try my best to sneak, like, comically, like, tiptoeing, like.
You've got plus 10 right now, so... I mean, you have historically, stealth has been like the worst thing in the
Yeah.
world for you.
Ooh. So, 28.
28. Okay. So,
So
and
you're
where
like
are you headed?
comically trying to tiptoe and like, oh, I'm actually good at this now.
Is there a way that I could get into melee range, like, without entering one of their lines of sight?
So you can get to the entrance of the cave, but to get into melee range, you have to break stealth to get right up to it.
Okay. I'm going to remain stealthed and ready and attack.
Okay. And Nalia is going to sneak to 30 feet behind Kirith.
Good.
And she has a 27 to do that.
Question. It takes a full round of action to light up our light-ups?
No, it takes an action to apply it. So now to light it up is your object interaction.
Awesome.
All right. Well, we are at time, so let's call it there. And we'll start next time with the big old troll fight.
Troll fight!
Neat.
I honestly thought that you're moving Earth when you said it was only somatic. I thought you were gonna like dog dig. Just like appears like 30 feet in front of you. But I do like the like perfect squares coming up. It's very Minecraft to me.
I honestly mistook somatic for verbal, and I thought he was just gonna yell at the dirt to get it to go away.
Hey, get on out of there! I'm a chicken, get out!
I'm a shovel, get the hell out of here.
It'd be an interesting modifier one time to play where you switch everything and now spells that are only material become verbal and just to play around with that.
You could easily do that with that's a plane.
Yeah.
That could be a Feywild effect.
Yeah.
So cool.